I have trust issues.
Welcome to the Tech Tarik Show, Lowyat.net's only official podcast. We are back this week with Pang, who has returned from where?
Beijing.
Yes, I knew it was
this morning.
One of those Chinese countries.
Yeah.
Yes, this
Chinese countries.
yes, one of those places full of Asians. And Andrew,
Hello. Always here.
sadly.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So anyway, let's do the news. Yeah, so Pang's been away for the entire week.
I've been under the Great Firewall for the entire week, so I have no idea what happened. Fill me in.
To be honest, Lowyat.net is not blocked in China.
You know how slow the Wi-Fi was? Like, do you know, like at the airport, you can actually sign up for like a 4-digit password by scanning your passport to this machine, and they'll give you a 4-digit code as a password through a Wi-Fi network in the airport, and it doesn't work.
So it's a good way to scan your passports again.
Like we were there, like, oh wow, there's free Wi-Fi finally. Like we went in there, scanned our passports, got this ticket that has a 4-digit code, and it doesn't work. Like we could go online. It's probably like 2G speeds.
Strong.
The only thing that worked a little bit was WhatsApp, sporadically. Facebook obviously didn't work. Google,
Facebook is
anything
blocked.
did not work. You could go to a few websites, but the loading time's really slow. So they kind of load the text first, and by the time you're like, yeah, whatever, done.
Cool.
Done.
Anyway,
Yes.
more importantly, the news.
Okay.
So this is probably the most significant milestone for the week. Intel has cancelled the Intel Developer Forum.
Right. I know Chubb was pretty upset about it.
Yeah, because that was the one thing left that he hasn't attended.
Hasn't gone to, yeah.
But yeah, so IDF is where Intel has traditionally updated the community and people about what's going on, what it's doing.
Yeah.
And that's slowly become very bloated as Intel, as the company, they kind of start expanding to more
Right.
things, the IoT, their drones, their wearables. And now they've said we would rather do small chunks. As in, each section is going to get their own briefing, their own international briefing.
Yeah, I mean, which kind of makes sense.
Kind of, but it's not as fun.
Yeah, but you know, like, there's just too many things going on with Intel right now, and I think at the same time also they're kind of probably one way to look at it is the fact that they are trying to move away from just being known as Intel, the maker of chipsets, processors for the desktop, when everything else is moving away from it. So
Well, they
you
are
have
making
dedicated
chipsets,
stuff.
but they're making chipsets for more
Correct,
things.
yeah.
And
But like you're kind of associating them as IDF is the place where they announce like the new processors, right?
well, not necessarily new process, but everything that they're doing.
Right.
But that was the fun of it. You know, you could go there and say, okay, what does
Yeah.
Intel have in store for us now? And they could always, do their Apple and one more thing.
Okay.
And there was kind of like this kind of party atmosphere at IDF. You know, everyone was gathering. It's that one big thing. It's kind of like their Google I/O.
Right.
Or
So it's Google I/O, Facebook FA,
Yes.
WWDC for Apple.
yeah, so Intel saying we don't want to do that anymore. It's too big. We just want to do some small briefings.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's rather
Yeah,
disappointing.
that's quite sad.
That's actually sad. Yes, so Pang's been out. Andrew, what do you have?
What's been happening in Malaysia?
Come on, Andrew.
So we have a new smartphone player in the game now. It's called Blue. It's an American-based company.
Dabadi.
Sorry, what?
Keep going.
Dabadi.
Oh my gosh.
No one? Why? Anyway, go on.
So Blue is now in Malaysia and they launched 10 smartphones.
10.
10.
Wow.
Ted, are they any
Basically,
good?
like the entire range, low, mid-end.
Low, mid-end, sort
High-end.
of
Lower?
high-end.
Okay.
Okay, so it's the high end that is a little bit confusing. So the most highlighted phone was the Blue Pure XR, and it features a 5.5 inch 1080p Super AMOLED display. Not a bad display. MediaTek Helio P10 processor, not too bad.
MediaTek Helio P10. This is
P10.
the highest
Highest end, yes.
Okay, that's
Okay.
not too bad.
So,
Okay, keep going.
okay, 4 gigs RAM, 64 gigs of external storage, 16 megapixel back camera, 8 megapixel front, 3000 mAh battery.
It's tiny.
And that's priced at 1,799.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Sure. So it's an American brand.
I
As
think no,
far
they're more
as
popular
you
in
know.
the Central American region. If you go on Amazon, you always see blue phones for like $50, $50, $60. Like the low end phones are like those, the use and throw kind of types. The one that you buy.
The
with
burner
prepaid,
phones.
Yeah, the burner phones with the prepaid SIM that you buy to kind of make prank calls. And
Oh, organized crime, right?
that's true. I wasn't going to go there, but yeah.
Yeah, organized crime. Yeah, that's great.
So I'm not sure what they're doing here actually, because it's actually quite a surprise to hear that there's another smartphone
Not
player.
necessarily a surprise because you notice there are a lot of smaller smartphone players are
Correct.
coming here.
That's the thing, because we know that Malaysia is now seen as like a somewhat a key market as a developing market.
Because we will buy every new
Correct.
phone that hits the
And
market.
The thing is, what people have come to realize, a lot of these brands have come to realize, is that Malaysia is a very price sensitive market.
Yes.
True.
So there has to be a very strong, either it has a strong compelling feature to buy this phone regardless of price, like the premium phones that are being sold here, or they go like the Xiaomi way and offer like really good performance for low prices.
Value for money.
So Blue seems to have not done either of those. I don't know. What about the lower end phones? Is it good? Cheap?
The lower end phones. The cheapest one available is $299. And
Okay.
it's called the Blue Vivo 5 Mini and Blue Diamond M.
Vivo 5 Mini.
Yes, Blue Vivo 5 Mini.
Oh,
As in
nice.
literally Vivo.
Yeah, there is also a Blue Vivo 6.
Oh, nice.
Great.
A Blue Vivo
Not confusing.
XL2.
No, I will be able to keep
Yeah.
track of this in a month or so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the cheapest, $299.
What's that?
Yeah, what does it have? Is it worth it?
$299. Let me check. Okay, so oh my gosh, the Blue Vivo 5 Mini has a 4-inch, 480 by 800 display,
Oh, I haven't heard that in a while.
a 5 megapixel back camera, 3.2 megapixel selfie camera, MediaTek 6580 processor.
6580.
It's a 1.3 gigahertz processor. Did I even-
Yeah, it's a 1.3 quad core.
Quad-core.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 4 gigs of internal storage.
Yeah. Yeah. 512.
5.2
There you go.
megabyte.
All right.
Yeah. Well, at least it's running Marshmallow though.
It's okay. It's a burner phone.
It's a burner, yeah. It's not.
$299 though.
I suppose it's a phone you buy for your kids and forget about.
Yeah, like your kid's first phone, like babies. No.
No,
Children's
Babies
phones.
no.
nobody below the age of 16 should own a phone.
Yeah, but you know, it's
12. I would say 12.
No,
16 is what?
I come from a very different generation.
Okay.
So okay, that's Blue.
That's
Yeah.
blue.
Double.
Blue. BLU.
Blue.
Blue.
Wait, before we end this, I know that Blue stands for something.
Oh gosh. So
keep
BLU
saying-
blue stands for bold like us.
Wow.
Yeah. I
What?
Yeah.
Oh god. And here I think they were associated with blue ink.
Nah.
Nope.
Same spelling, but no.
Oh,
No.
sure.
They've been
That's
around for
not
longer.
confusing either.
Nope.
Nope. In other news, also in smartphone news, so last week we talked about Samsung's Bixby and how it's not being launched with the phone,
Correct.
and how that the dedicated Bixby button can be reassigned to other functions.
Yeah, but
You can't anymore.
Yeah.
Samsung has fixed the problem.
But that was a hack event.
Yeah, that was a hack. So
not,
they closed
not
the
so
hack.
much a hack as because it's not. There's really no routing. It's just something that's possible.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
By downloading an app without granting root access, you can reassign that button to something else. But you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, so
Sounds like
Samsung
a
has.
security patch actually.
Actually,
I'm not so much sure it's a
In a way.
security patch or what, but yeah, they've closed it off.
Well,
And
I don't know. Okay, you've used the SA. How easy is it to hit that Bixby button?
much easier than trying to reach for the volume button.
Oh, that's normal because
Yeah,
Yeah.
very rarely.
Okay.
For like,
it's right on my index finger, so it's not bad actually. And it's a useful button, but you don't activate Bixby now, and as we know,
it's
the,
less useful now.
the voice
Yeah,
feature isn't
it-
even working yet for English. Yeah.
no, it doesn't work anywhere. The voice
Korean?
recognition.
I thought it was working for Korean.
Wasn't it supposed to launch like later in the spring or something? Like
No,
that?
that's the
For
English
English.
version. The global version. The Korean version is apparently alright.
Yeah.
Biasness.
Well, it's a Korean company.
You never know.
Well, I don't know. I don't really see it as a big issue because I think the biggest issue is the fact that the voice recognition software is actually not ready.
Yeah, that's actually the biggest issue
That's
here.
the bigger point here.
Well, there's Google Assistant, so I'm happy.
Sure.
To be fair, yeah, that's actually what everyone wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else is going on?
So let's start with Nokia. Yeah? So
You wanted? You could have started Nokia instead of Blue.
he asked. It's like,
Sure.
so Nokia, apparently the retail prices for the Nokia 6 and Nokia 3310 has been leaked in Malaysia.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
What?
Hurry up and just tell us.
Yeah, man. You sound like you're gonna die.
Yeah. You.
Wow.
We should have got Chap into this. At least Chap would be excited.
He would have broke the mic. Actually.
Well, I'm not a. Okay. Anyway, Nokia 6.
Okay.
It's retailing from. Nokia 6 is. Apparently, the Nokia 6 will retail from $899 for the 32 gig model and 3 gigs of RAM, and $1,299 for the. Okay, how do you spell this?
12994.
For the RT black. Art black.
Oh,
How do
art
you spell
black.
that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's expensive.
That is quite
pretty much is double
Double the storage and more RAM at 4 gigs.
one extra gig of RAM.
Yeah. Double
Well,
the storage.
that's a bit. That's a
Yeah,
bit steep. Yeah.
But then again,
Wow.
it's a really nice phone. Like art black is really nice.
Sure, but
I wouldn't know.
are you buying it
The
for just?
photos there, like you put the photos in.
It's just photos.
Okay,
You're not actually like holding it.
But are we
It's-
actually going to buy it for just how it looks? 1299 is a bit.
Nokia's always been this like a brand that kind of prides itself in design, and
True.
the matte finish on the regular Nokia 6 is not that nice, to be fair. Like I'll be
Okay.
honest, but some people will find it quite a bargain because the glossy black on the art black is going to be prone to fingerprints and scratches. So
Do not like.
yeah,
gloss.
so you're gonna save yourself $400 if you're gonna buy it.
Fair.
Then again, you save you don't get 1 gig of RAM. Not really that important.
Not really
Because
that
this
big a
thing
deal.
runs. The biggest thing about these phones are that it runs on pure Android.
Yes.
So it is going to be the cheapest. Is it going to be the cheapest pure Android phone around?
No. No.
It's difficult to say
Google
now.
Google has their
because
own thing where they create pure Android phones with low budget.
Android one.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Android ones,
Yeah,
but
it's
those
not
are
in
like
Malaysia, though.
yeah, no, the Android ones are like for India and anyway.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
but
idea,
still,
the idea of a pure Android phone is
Okay, no,
really quite lost
Cheap as in Malaysia.
anyway.
We're missing.
Okay,
we're missing the point here.
$899.
No, we're not even missing that. 3310.
3310, 189, 189 ringgit
I think that's expensive.
That is very expensive.
for a feature phone.
It's very expensive for a
I mean,
feature
you
phone.
could add another 100 again and buy a smartphone called the Blue something.
Vivo.
Blue Vivo 5 Mini.
5. I don't know. Might as well add like HTC and LG in that brand as well.
Yeah, might as well.
Anyway, but yeah, like 189 for a 2G phone that is not gonna be able to be usable in a few countries like Singapore.
Yeah, and as time marches on, it's going to be less and less useful
I
because
tell you what though, there's a 219 ringgit phone from Nokia
Uh-huh.
which has 3.5G or 3G at least.
I remember
So
they
this is
announced
one
it.
of
They
the
were
Lumia, right?
No.
It's a feature phone.
They're
of
feature phones.
Nokia
205 something like that. Yeah, around there.
Okay.
They're not 2G. They're slightly above there. They're
Yeah,
like
it's-
3G.
they have a 3.5G feature phone.
So HSPA.
HS
PA plus.
2.5G, it should be H plus.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
It's not too bad.
it's just DPA. Yeah,
those are
which
value
is
for money.
legit. Like that one has like metal construction and like
I remember these. This
Yeah,
is actually
yeah.
very good if you need a
Correct.
cheap phone.
Yeah, but honestly, like, what's
they're gonna
the
make
market
a
for a
shit
feature?
ton of money from that 3010. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that because people are just gonna buy it for the sake of buying it, and they're like, oh shit, I can use this here.
Yeah, Chad was already saying he's gonna buy it as a top.
The Singaporeans are going to buy it and they're going to wonder why.
That's the bigger issue.
Probably.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, these are leaked prices, so we don't even know if it's legit. So
Yeah, but I mean, I think the source of this leak was another publication which had contact with some dealers. So there's a high chance that it's going to be a price. We already know that from MWC, the HMD Global people were telling us that Malaysia is one of the more important markets. So they will be
Okay.
launching globally with Malaysia one of the main first wave markets. And we were told that it's going to be somewhere in April. So we're already in the third week of April. Chances are it's going to be pretty close.
Hope so.
Yeah, but
I don't think they're going to do a major loss.
No, there's not going to be a major
No,
loss
it's gonna
unless they decide to, because of the whole treaty, like announcing their arrival in Malaysia.
Pretty sure it'll be the big thing.
I don't think it's going to be a big. It's too late in April.
Semi-big.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if it's legit, Nokia 6 was $899. That's really, really good.
No.
If you ask me. I mean, okay.
You don't consider the AP price, please. Like the
I'm not
$899 price
even
is
looking at
horrible.
that. I'm not even looking at that.
Okay.
$899. If you compare, so this one has a Snapdragon 430 processor,
Yes.
right? The Redmi 4X, which is recently announced, has a Snapdragon 435,
Right.
and that goes for 679.
How much is the Redmi Note 4?
679.
Yeah.
Sorry, Redmi Note 4.
Redmi Note 4.
799.
Yeah.
I
With?
mean,
With the
Snapdragon
Snapdragon?
625.
Yeah.
And how much RAM?
But 3 gigs, correct?
Three-
Yeah, 3
three.
gigs.
No. Xiaomi just announced the Redmi Note 4 with the,
The
increased
40,
RAM, the
yeah,
4
the 4X.
gigabytes of
Yeah,
RAM.
for that same price, right? 899.
No, 949.
the
949.
Redmi Note
That's
Only
50
slightly
bucks
higher.
extra.
It's 50 bucks more.
For-
Why wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
but this is pure Android.
That's it.
that's-
This is pure.
That's
but
your
Have
own.
you guys used MIUI?
Okay, so
Do you guys like MIUI?
I hate MIUI.
I don't like MIUI as well. But see, the thing is, like, the good thing about this is that there's always now a lot of choice.
Eh,
Ultimately, that is what we're looking for as a consumer, right? Right.
Choices, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the first round, and then eventually, I think they're gonna be better phones from Nokia coming.
Yeah, it's their first effort in a long time, so sure. Anyway, moving on. StarCraft. StarCraft is free now.
Great,
StarCraft Brood War.
Great.
If you can remember it.
great.
I've
Has-
never played it before.
You are too young.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
You did.
I tried, and then I couldn't. I figured Warcraft was so much better. Then I just stopped. Warcraft 3 was fun though.
Walk up.
Amazing.
I tried StarCraft, the Brood War. I downloaded it, and I remember it's the really old one,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's still very low resolution. So I didn't have black, but I had like huge swaths of black on the side of the display.
Okay.
Because it's a 4x3 game.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that it runs.
I think the maximum resolution they went was 1224x768. Your old CRT monitors. It
I'm
could be
not
no. It could be 800x600.
No,
But-
it's. I think it's 800 by 600. I don't think it goes that high. This is a very old game.
Because when I started playing Warcraft, you could already stretch it to 16:9.
Warcraft was a much newer game.
Warcraft 3.
Yes.
Frozen Throne.
This is Brood War. But people are excited.
Yeah, for some reason.
But it's
Well,
StarCraft. People love StarCraft.
Like Nokia. People love Nokia.
Yeah.
They pay a premium for it.
Hey, Nokia didn't give away free phones. This is a free game.
Fine.
Yeah. Andrew, do you have anything else?
So another news that came out today, Friday, is the news that the Huawei P10 and P10 Plus apparently ship with different memory configurations.
I just read that this morning.
Yeah, it's really
No, okay.
Let's
Explain.
elaborate.
Explain what's going on.
So apparently, to fulfill demand, the P10 either has LPDDR3 or LPDDR4 RAMs. And as for the storage, it's either eMMC 5.1, UFS 2.0, or UFS 2.1.
That's
Okay, I'm going to break it down for people who just wondered what the
Yes.
hell he said. Is that there are many different types of RAM. Some are slower, some are faster.
Yeah.
And what Huawei has essentially done is says, we're just going to mix them all and not tell you which one you're getting.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which
yeah.
is a problem for people who are getting the slower RAM.
No, actually, the bigger problem is the storage. eMMC 5.1 versus UFS is two totally different standards.
Yeah.
UFS has been proven and shown to be significantly faster than eMMC.
Yes.
So that is actually the main problem. So you're talking about faster read and write speeds versus like RAM, which
It's-
is LPDDR3 and 4 is actually not say negligible, but the difference in performance for the storage is the one that people are going to feel
But
the
to,
most.
but to be fair, for the average user, they won't notice this.
Probably not.
Actually, for over time, yes.
Yeah, true, over time. But the
Storage
phone is too
especially.
it's too new for people to notice right now.
And if I'm not wrong, eMMC 5.1 is much cheaper than UFS. Because UFS is a very new standard.
Yes,
Should
it is
be.
cheaper.
And
Plus,
consider
UFS
the
No,
fact-
so essentially what's going on is everyone who ends up with the eMMC memory
you're
is
the short
subsidizing the UFS user.
Correct.
Oh,
So
wow.
they are saying that the official statement from Huawei is saying that they say that due to supply constraints from different partners, they kind of had to mix and match from different partners. So the problem here is not so much that that they have actually gone out and admitted it only after people started realizing and posting it online.
Yeah, they're hoping not to get
And
caught. We
their
assume.
excuse was that Samsung does the same thing, Apple does the same thing. They said that Apple uses two different modems from Qualcomm and Intel, and
They
the
do.
Intel one is significantly
Slower?
has a slower speed compared to the Qualcomm modem. Samsung does more famously, because they kind of are quite open about this, the sourcing of processors. So
Yes.
they use Snapdragon 835 or their own one, 8895 Exynos
Yeah, for,
for the
the
Galaxy
S8.
S8. But the thing is, Samsung's pretty upfront about this. Right?
Apple was not.
Apple was not.
Only got caught.
But the problem here is that modem, okay, that's not saying that it's not forgivable, but you're probably going to be using a lot more of your storage and RAM. Like over the course of time,
Oh no!
that is the one that's going to degrade faster.
Yeah.
That's true. No, but the thing with the Apple, the modems, is they're saying that the Intel modem is like half the speed
Right.
of the Qualcomm one.
And
And
it's still bad.
that was very bad, and that's why a lot of Apple users at the time were, complaining that it was very slow
they
connections.
didn't really quite care because
They had no choice, really.
And the problem here is that Huawei's how do I say, the P10 is designed to be a flagship device, and you know how Android people are. Like people who use Android phones, they're gonna prioritize performance. They are the ones who look for hardware over anything else.
They're the ones who will notice these problems.
Yes. So keeping it quiet wasn't really smart. I think the biggest problem was the fact that they chose to source different formats instead of different models.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't quite make sense that you want to hide all of this. I mean, if you're upfront about it, it's saying, okay, we've got several different models coming up. Some may have this, some may have that, and then you allow the consumer to make an informed choice. That's fine.
Yeah, but it's a bit difficult for this kind of things. Internal parts, like I think Xiaomi was the first one to kind of start mentioning, breaking down the specs and telling you like which RAM model that they're using of the 3 and 4.
Not many does it.
Yeah, they kind of started doing that, and then the other companies have no choice but to kind of follow suit. If you are really into these kind of things, you have like apps like GPU-Z, which kind of break down every single component that's inside. And it's a bit hard. Like if you actually mentioned the fact that if you want to sell a Huawei P10 with eMMC 5.1, would anyone actually buy it? Because the performance difference is actually quite noticeable.
But to be fair, if you only had eMMC 5.1, the average consumer would like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
But once you show them there's a difference, that's when
for
you got
sure.
the problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think because they expected the P10 to have much greater demand because of the success of the P9,
Possibly.
they've kind of compromised quite a bit to get the first large batch out. That's where my issue lies, that they're compromising on hardware performance for the sake of reaching out to get as much sales as they can before their Galaxy S8 comes out.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Which
The Huawei P10 was actually one of the first 2017 flagships to actually be shipped to consumers.
the question is that how many P10s did they sell?
No idea.
I don't
Exactly.
think they have the numbers
They
yet.
haven't quite announced.
They haven't announced it yet. But, I mean, that's where you're gonna see whether this pays off.
Yeah.
If
At
they
this
sold
point-
enough, they're gonna say, if they sold enough, that's it. Well, we can try this again next year.
That's horrible.
That would be horrible, but not unexpected.
Business.
Yeah, it's not saying it's a Huawei thing, because
Yeah,
remember we admit
correct.
that Apple does the same thing.
I think most other companies would be doing the same things.
Yeah.
Because it's common practice to source parts from different suppliers, because no single supplier can give you everything that you need, especially for a product that's going to sell in the millions.
Yeah,
That's what
especially
happened
on
with
this
Samsung,
scale,
right?
you need
the Galaxy
huge-
Note 7 batteries, 2 different partners. So
Yeah, so it's not a big deal if you're sourcing many different people.
Yeah.
But at least standardize the
correct.
components.
That's the part that I was like,
Yeah. No, if they sold enough, if they made enough of a profit, someone else is going to try this. Maybe not Huawei, because they've already been caught. Someone else is going to try it.
They've been
Hopefully
caught, and then see, this is where the trust.
No, they
issue
will.
comes up.
Yeah. This is trust where you have no trust issues.
Right.
Well, you
Remember
can
a few
trust
years ago
consumers to find out.
when everyone was rigging their benchmarks?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, see? Because one guy does it and everyone says, you know what, he's getting away with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, so do we have anything else?
Actually, speaking of the battery, do you want to mention about the Galaxy S8's battery design?
What
What
about
that looks like. In theory, it looks in design. It looks basically the same as
Yeah,
the Galaxy
it's
7.
basically what iFixit said was when they tear down the
Tall.
when they opened up the Galaxy S8, they were saying that
You can't see this, but we are face palming.
yes. Anyway, so they were saying that the Galaxy S6 Plus battery is virtually identical to
Okay.
the Note 7's. So it has the same battery voltage, capacity, and design tolerance as the Note 7.
Right. Capacity.
Same as well, 3005.
The Galaxy Note 7 had a 4,000 plus.
No.
3,005?
3005, yes. Note 7.
Okay.
It didn't
No.
have a 4 figure.
No, wait, they're saying, when you say design, you mean specifications, not the actual construction. Because they didn't tear
Correct.
down the battery itself.
Well, they say voltage, capacity, and design tolerances. So what is design tolerances?
Design-
Actually, I don't
It's
know.
how far you can go with the measurements on your on the materials and stuff.
Okay, but well, that's what
No,
I'm
no.
saying.
But here's remember, the Note 7 battery was not a matter of design tolerances. There was manufacturing flaws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so in that sense, iFixit actually said that clearly Samsung is confident that it was a manufacturing issue, so they, yeah.
So in other words, this is not actually news.
Non-issue
This is a non-issue.
non-issue.
for now.
It's not news. It's just non-issue.
It's not even news.
Come
You know,
on.
what is news is the new Dota 2 patch.
Oh,
Okay.
that's my cue. Anyway,
Yes, the new Dota 2 patch, which requires all ranked players to register a phone number.
Oh, I thought you guys were talking about LOL or something.
No, this is for Dota 2.
we'll
So
talk about LOL.
anyone who wants to play ranked Dota 2 must now register a phone number, a unique phone number
Within the game itself or within Steam?
within the game itself.
Oh,
Immediately?
You've got a 2 weeks grace period,
Uh-huh.
but if you fail to do this,
you cannot play right now.
yeah, it will literally not allow you. It will just ask you to register your phone number.
Sounds like
Okay.
fun. So what's the point of this?
This point of this is to better police the community. So all these griefers, all these trolls, all these problem players on ranked,
Yeah.
now that you've
Smurfs.
got their phone number as well,
Yeah. So
you
they
don't just
cannot-
ban account, you ban phone numbers.
So that prevents them from creating Smurf accounts
Yes.
using the same phone numbers.
So
So it's basically extending the Steam Guard feature into like
yeah,
the
And-
games itself.
they know that most people are not that crazy about getting new phone
Right.
numbers.
I will tell you. I will say this. It is actually something that they took from CS:GO.
Oh, seriously?
CS:GO had the same
Right,
thing
Prime
to play
matchmaking.
prime matchmaking to
Ah.
put yourself in a high priority list for matchmaking and to put yourself in the same level of competitive rank. You put in your phone number.
Yeah,
So
but see, that was,
that's
priority.
meant to avoid. No, they call it priority, but it's basically meant to weed out the Smurfs because
Ah.
the concept is the same. You can create multiple accounts, but you can only have one phone number. Like you're not gonna change your phone
Yeah,
numbers
that's-
every time you get banned. So it makes the penalty more severe. And moving into Dota as well, it's gonna be really helpful for the community because we have had a lot of negative
probably.
experiences
Yeah.
in ranked matches.
So this is actually quite significant. So
Yeah, which is great because
Yeah.
I haven't
If
played
it
Dota in a
works.
while, but yeah, it's
If
great.
it works.
and there's one more thing. There's no more ranked play in 3 countries:
Where?
Oh, okay.
South Africa,
Okay.
India, and Dubai.
Dubai is not a country.
India. Why?
What?
India.
I think maybe it's just because not many people are playing Dota. in that
Yeah,
country.
that's actually what it is. They
Right.
don't have players in these 3
Really?
places
To
I
maintain
was-
a
I
to
server.
was-
maintain 2 different split in the community.
Oh.
So that
Okay.
for now on, all in these 3 places, your servers are only unranked,
Oops.
Oh.
and you're gonna have to find other people outside your region to play with. If you see if you're in India and you see your ping go really high,
That's why.
you know why, and you start hearing more Filipinos for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for the news. After this, we will go on to the reason Pang was exiled to a communist nation.
Wow.
Yes, Pang, you are back from the motherland.
Yes, I've just
Fatherland,
arrived from
motherland.
the land of my people.
Yes,
For
our,
others.
we're all Chinese in this room.
Yeah, actually, one way or another.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. So we were there for the Xiaomi Mi. I've just been given a very rude gesture. Sorry. Anyway, so Xiaomi's launched its latest flagship smartphone, the Mi 6. This
Cool.
comes 203 days after the last flagship that they launched, which was the Mi 5S. And over a year
Oh,
since
is
they
that
launched the
long?
Mi 5. Yes, because they made it a point. The slogan that they're using for this phone is 203 days after the Mi 5S, 7 years in development. So they're
This
saying that
cannot
this
be
phone,
a real
No,
slogan.
it's not really, but that's the tagline they put in at the invitation.
Wow.
cards. Yeah. So 203 days after the Mi 5S, but this phone is the culmination of 7 years worth of development at Xiaomi. Not really 7 years, but it's more like, the progress of 7 years as the company of the company.
Have they been around for 7 years?
Yeah, 2011.
The first Mi
Oh.
was in 2011.
No. They started out as a software company.
Yeah.
So if you read, I think we
Okay.
had this interview 2 years ago when they came into Malaysia. They actually broke it down. I don't think you watched that. 2011 they started off as a software company.
It doesn't work here.
Yeah, I know, but if you what? Anyway, so the Mi 6 is the new flagship smartphone. After the Mi Note 2 and the Mi Mix from late last year, as most of you would know, it has a Snapdragon 835 processor, which makes it the first smartphone in China to run this processor. I kid you
Okay.
not, this is the line that they say. We are the first smartphone in China to run the
First
Snapdragon
smartphone
835.
in China.
Because they can't use the
Yeah.
first phone to use 835 because
Yeah.
That's
there's
true.
The Galaxy S8. Right?
They're really insisting on using that first.
Yeah, because I think they have a close partnership with Qualcomm that they kind of forged since the Mi 5.
I think everyone has a close relationship
Well,
with
with
Qualcomm. as well.
them, yeah, no, Qualcomm with Samsung is the fact that they basically Samsung is like, I'm giving you a huge chunk of cash, and I'm gonna book your entire first.
Yeah, well, but this is actually significant because this will be one of the first wave of flagship smartphones with the Snapdragon
Correct.
835.
So the Snapdragon 835 is the 10 nanometer runs on built on a 10 nanometer process. Supposedly 30% more efficient than the previous generation ones, which run on 14 nanometers. I shall break down the specs for you.
Yes.
Sure.
Snapdragon 835, 4 gigs of RAM. There's 64 gigs of storage as base. 5.15 full HD
6 gigs
display.
of RAM.
6 gigs of RAM. Sorry, my bad.
6 gigs of
Yeah,
RAM.
so
Okay.
they're kind of pushing that part as well. 6 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage. There's a 128 gig version as well. What else is there? 5.15 full HD display. It has a metal glass. It uses stainless steel as the frame. So
Okay.
this is different from aluminium, which is lighter and more malleable. Stainless steel supposedly it has heft. So one thing I like about this one is actually the fact that the Mi 5 last year was actually they're roughly the same size, but it was really light.
Yes, it was
The Mi
129
5 was
grams.
really light, and
Okay.
using stainless steel was a little bit what they call it the choice because it's stronger and it's
I
the
wouldn't.
metal is more pure.
I wouldn't say stainless steel is stronger. It's harder, yes.
Yes,
But there's a reason
Let's
people
leave
use
it at that.
aluminum.
people go for aluminum because it's an alloy. So like this is stainless steel and it's heavier, which really fixes one of those things.
Steel is
from
also
like-
an alloy, by the way.
Steel.
Steel. Iron.
Yes.
Iron is the element.
Wow.
Metal.
Yes.
Anyway, so what else is there? Display. It has a brand new rear camera setup. So it's a dual camera, 12 megapixels on each sensor. It is basically the same sensors as the ones on the iPhone 7 Plus. So they spent a little bit of time at the presentation explaining the design choice of why they went for this one versus something like Huawei's approach, which is a 12 plus 20
They
monochrome
did
one.
that with the Mi
Redmi
5
Pro.
S Plus, I think.
S plus.
Yeah. Black and white sensor with a color sensor. Yeah, they,
Was that
they
the
did
one
it
with the
before.
Redmi Pro? The first
No,
new
the
sensor?
5S. It was at the
Okay.
5S launch.
Okay.
One of the phones. Yeah.
Yeah, so they did the for the Mi 6, they said that they evaluated the options that they had, and they felt like the iPhone's approach was the best dual camera approach.
Well,
They claim that this decision to include this dual camera from using the same one as the iPhone, it was made 2 years ago.
Okay.
So they're trying to make a point that they did not follow the iPhone 7.
So in other words, we didn't copy anybody,
No,
yeah, okay.
despite the fact we probably did.
probably, but you never know. But so the biggest change here is the fact that the camera module now sits flush in the frame instead of the iPhone 7 Plus,
Oh, that's impressive actually.
which is good.
For
Yeah.
dual camera, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
Dual camera, front camera is pretty much the same. I think 8 megapixels. They didn't really say that much about the front camera.
Actually, they increased the megapixel count.
8?
It's 8 now.
Yeah.
Before this was 4. Wow.
4 was the ultra pixel.
Mi 5.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
God, I haven't
8
tried that
megapixel, and this thing has I forgot what was supposed to say something. A 3350 mAh battery,
Yes.
which sounds small, but when you consider the fact that this one is 5.15 inches,
It's
it's
okay.
actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And you add the fact that it's running on 835, it's gonna be pretty decent.
Hopefully.
I don't know about the 835. Remember, they always talk about it being more power efficient, but that's power efficient per
Plus.
transistor.
Yeah.
The fact that it's built on 10 nanometers means you pack a lot
A
more
lot
transistors
more, yeah.
into it.
Okay.
I think they're talking about on as a whole. We probably would have to see it for itself because we don't have the 835 on the S8 Plus. We
Yeah.
have the Exynos
We have
version.
the-
So. What else is there? What else do you want to know? It will
So,
come in several
Micro
colors.
SD storage.
No micro SD
Yeah.
No.
storage.
I mean,
Oh, wait,
that's
which
the
is
no
normal.
headphone jack.
Anyway.
So okay.
Wait, no headphone jack either.
Yes. So the translating machines that we had with us is horrible. Anyway, by the way, it was horrible, and we couldn't hear a lot of the parts because we either were writing and we had to lift it up somewhere so they can get the IR reception from the
Okay.
translators. So one of the other media told me that they actually claimed that the headphone jack was omitted because of the splash-proof coating that they did. I don't think that's real because I think the more viable explanation for this that they made over there was it was a design choice because they wanted to achieve some form of perfect symmetry for this phone
Yeah.
because
Sure.
what they have they're talking so much about this what they call a four-sided curved glass at the back.
Okay, so it's the back, not the front.
No, it's at the back. So it curves at the sides, like we usually like left and right sides, which is normal these days. The Mi 5 had that as
Yeah,
well.
okay.
Now it curves at the top and bottom. So they're saying this phone feels organic and it's really meant to be a design decision. So even down to the speaker grills at the bottom, it's symmetrical. So there's no space for a headphone jack for that reason.
Okay.
They bundle in a USB Type-C to 3.5mm port with every Mi 6, sorry.
Yeah, this is something.
There is also a pair of
Oh.
USB Type-C earphones. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say that. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's
Sure.
headphones inside there, cables, and that's about it.
I do not like this new trend of no headphone
No,
jack.
I don't like it either. And I'm pretty sure the next round they probably would. They may start
I don't
putting it
think-
back in. Because you gotta remember now they have like 3 separate flagship lines.
Yeah.
I've had 3 hours of sleep, so sorry. It's the Mi Note, and the Mi Mix. So the Mi Mix is the one that we saw last year with the 91.3% screen to body ratio, which is why I felt a little bit underwhelmed when I saw the Mi 6. It wasn't just me; it was a few. It wasn't just me. It was.
Oh wow.
It was a few other people in the media, among the media, who were like, had this feeling that, is that it? Like, we're kind of expecting more from the company.
Because
after
now you know
the
they can do
mix.
better.
Correct. And the bezels on this thing is thick. It's massive. I'm gonna show it to you guys. So I have the Mi 6 with me right now. So
Dear listeners, you cannot see any of
no,
this.
because I want them to tell me what they think of it for the first time for using this. I'm gonna turn this on. So the top and bottom bezels are thick. If I'm not wrong, it may be high. It may be slightly thicker than the one from the Mi 5.
I mean, it's comparable to the P10.
I don't care about a P10. I'm talking about Mi 5 to Mi 6, right?
No, but from here on out, anything they do that doesn't slightly resemble the Mi Mix is a
Correct.
disappointment.
So
I mean,
that's where I'm coming from. Like I was expecting a little bit more because we actually have not seen anything about the Mi 6. Sorry, that was the phone. What do you think, Andrew? So the one that we have
This is
heavy.
heavy.
Yeah, because it's the ceramic version. Ceramic version is slightly heavier.
wait, this is ceramic and stainless steel.
Yes, so it's gonna be a little bit heavy.
What are you gonna do? Kill me with this?
Can actually.
Oh, it's really heavy. It's heavier
No, no,
than
it's-
SA Plus.
So
Oh, this has heft to it.
it's actually quite nice after you hold it for a while. But the normal version is the one that has the most balanced weight. I feel.
I like this weight in my hand.
Correct. It actually feels really good in the hands.
Yeah.
It's actually 14 grams heavier
Yeah.
than the normal version.
So what they have is white, black, and the blue one with the shiny gold frames, which is actually quite nice after a while.
Okay.
It's still a bit gaudy, but you know,
I don't know.
some people
Other
like
phones
gaudy.
feel like a toy in your hand
Yes,
compared
that's
to
the
this.
thing. So the ceramic version is the one that's going to cost 100 yuan more. And it will
I
come
see.
with 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage standard. 18K gold rings around the cameras.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass it to.
There's gonna be
Oh,
gold
guys, yeah.
inlays.
Yeah, like the Mi Mix. Ceramic edition's always gonna have this.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
So I'm gonna tell you something before we start talking about the phone, right? They spent 20 minutes, like 15 to what felt like 20 minutes of the hour plus long presentation to talk about a version of the phone that is not gonna make it. It's not going to be made. They call it the Mi 6 Silver Edition. So the one that we have is the Mi 6 Ceramic Edition. Silver Edition is basically has a glossy reflective mirror finish. Something like the Xperia XZS.
But it's not
XZ
actually
Premium.
silver, right?
Yeah.
It's this
It's
silver,
chrome, whatever.
you know. So they spent God knows how long amount of time talking about the design process and how difficult it was for the engineers to create this beautiful finish.
It is nice.
It was, but the thing is, we saw it there, right? And it's basically like what you see on this ceramic version now. It's a fingerprint magnet. It's crazy. It's nice, I'll tell you that. And they were saying that it's so difficult to create. The Lei Jun was saying that it's so difficult to create an efficient manufacturing process because the yield of something that doesn't scratch at the surface at the manufacturing line was something like 1 to 2%. So 10 to 20 pieces per 1,000. That was the yield that they could get. So they said that it was so inefficient that it simply was not viable to create the silver edition. So whatever the units that they have, they kind of put it at the experience zone for the media and the fans to check it out. So you have some photos. We have some photos and Lowyat on that, so you guys can take a look and see whether it was worth it or not. The joke was that it was so difficult to make. It was the yield was so low that they felt like they had to price it at 100,000 yuan. It was a joke.
To be honest, if they tried,
If they tried,
somebody
you
would.
would have bought it.
But I would imagine that it would doubly more irritating since before that they had the Mi Mix. They were talking about it as if it was a concept, and then said we're going to sell it.
Yeah.
Like
And
they
this
played
year-
the video again, and we were just laughing when Philip starts like talking about something about design and genius, like the genius
God.
of design, and
Oh my
man.
god.
Anyway, this is the Mi 6, and I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'll be honest with you. I like how it feels in the hand.
Correct.
But ceramic and stainless steel will not last very long.
Ceramic is supposedly like
It's brittle. It's hard, but
It's very
Correct.
hard, and so is stainless steel. That's the
Correct.
problem. You combine two things that are very hard and very brittle.
yeah. It's to be fair though, like they've priced this very cheaply.
For a 835 phone, it's
no.
very cheap.
Not the price of the phone itself, like the ceramic edition,
Yep.
which is
Oh,
a 6
right,
gig plus 128. It's only 100 yuan more than the 6 gig regular 128 plus
That's
128.
not too bad.
Okay.
Compared to the ones from the Mi Mix ceramic edition, which is slightly more. I think I can't remember the price now, but it was. I know that it was more expensive.
Definitely.
Okay.
Quite
The $1 million question. When is this going to arrive in Malaysia?
So they are launching this on the 28th of April in China.
Okay.
What I have heard, and something that we're going to write about later on as well, is the fact that Xiaomi is in transition in terms of the business model. So it's moving away from the online models that is so famous in China, because other markets are simply not ready for something that's.
I
at
wouldn't
that
say
scale.
not ready. I think they don't care for this kind of
No,
stuff.
it's a cultural thing.
Yes,
So-
we don't care for it.
Like we were like this. Okay, I'm gonna move away a little bit. Like we were buying stuff in China, and the payment portals, the payment registers, the cash registers at the area, right?
Point of sales.
Point of sales. The credit card machines
Okay.
have a QR code reader, because the point of sale machines are not connected by cables to the
Okay.
credit card machine, the credit card terminals. So what they do is that let's say the POS point of sale software generates a QR code that you scan with the credit card reader, or you scan with your phone
Okay.
to pay via WeChat Pay or Mi Pay or Ali Pay or credit card.
I see. So no cash.
Basically, no cash.
I
And
like this idea.
It's brilliant. Like,
Yeah,
man,
I
they were
love this
saying
idea.
is so smart. And they were saying, like, so they were sharing some stories about like how this model is so efficient, how the online sales model has grown to be so mature in China, in Beijing especially, that the record in terms of delivery, same day delivery that they have in the Mi office. So Xiaomi employees do not get any special privileges when it comes to buying stuff. So they have to buy it together with like the other the consumers around.
Like the
Like
peasants.
us.
The
Yes,
peasants.
basically.
Yeah.
So during the last, I think one of the birthday sales that they had last year, the record time for delivery was 45 minutes.
Wow.
Same day delivery.
From an online.
From when you buy online, the transaction completed, 45 minutes to deliver to your doorstep, to the office.
Nice.
They said that this was because what happens is that because they know that the demand is really high, they've kind of stationed like several trucks worth of like stocks,
Okay.
and they have it roving around the city.
Oh.
So whenever like a unit comes in, they're like, oh here, like they locate the closest truck, tag the item, deliver straight. So it's 45 minutes. Nothing like that works outside of China. We've heard stories in India where the point of, like, you know, we have some issues with like COD here and all that.
Yeah.
It's worse in India. And it's all, and you know, the
Okay.
the bad rap goes to Xiaomi.
Okay. So
We're gonna go back.
we're getting off, we're
Yeah,
getting off
we're gonna
topic
go
now.
back.
All right. So Mi 6 Malaysia.
They have concrete plans to bring it here. It's just a matter of when. They have also said that they're ramping up operations here. So they're partnering with a lot more distributor partners. So that means that they're going to move away from not so much move away from the online sales model, because they're working with Lazada to be the exclusive online partner for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then more on-ground distributors. So you're going to see them having more Mi, official Mi partner stores or something like that. I can't remember the official name for it.
Mini concept.
Mi authorized resellers. I don't know.
Okay. So
Basically, they're going to have more on-ground presence because they realize that people still do not trust purchasing stuff online in Malaysia as a whole.
But that's a very strange thing to think, because remember, we got the stats from iPay
Correct.
88, which is saying that Malaysians love online
Correct.
shopping.
And if you notice, like there's a similar stat for Singapore as well, and Singapore's numbers actually are like 2 or 3 times the amount for us compared to us.
So the thing that Xiaomi is saying, that we want to move away from online sales and go more on ground. What?
Because the competitors are doing the same thing.
Oh.
You're talking about Oppo and Vivo. You're talking about people who are outside of the Klang Valley area, of the urban area. Sorry, not just Klang Valley. So Klang Valley, Penang, Sarawak, surprisingly.
You mean Kuching?
Yeah. Like the more urban areas where they're more comfortable with like purchasing stuff online. They have more knowledge about these things. Xiaomi is you know, your whole business model runs on the fact that people need to buy your phones because it's cheap, and then, you know, that's how you get them the ecosystem and stuff. But the fact is, people don't seem to know about these phones. They hear about it. Oh yeah. Where do I know? Where do I get this one? Oh, you can buy it online. Oh, you can buy it now. So this is the issue that they're trying to tackle by working closely with more partners. So it will be coming to Malaysia. Rumors are within the next 3 months. So they kind of said that they are going back into focusing in this market in particular, and they are kind of proving that with the Redmi Note 4, the Redmi 4X, which is only about 2 months old. So they're kind of slowly ramping it up back here.
Sounds good for us, actually.
Sounds good.
I guess, but...
And the Mi 6, I mean, the price for this is about 1,006, 1,007?
1,006.
1,006, right?
The absolute
The base
model.
is 6 gigs of RAM plus 64 gigs of storage.
Yes.
That's already very good. 2499 yuan, right? The higher end is 2899, which gives you double the storage to 128 gigs. And how much is that?
Good.
1,008?
Sorry, you sure?
The highest end
128, sorry.
I don't have it here. I only have the base model.
2899.
Okay, so that should translate to about 1,008, I guess.
Around there, probably.
Once you
Probably
factor in all the
150
extra
ringgit.
taxes.
1,000, I think.
So you're looking at the same price as the OnePlus 3T. So we're not really sure how much the markup is going to be like because of the distributors.
Yes.
But they are saying that they're keeping a closer look at the market because this is one area where they have been lagging because they've been focusing on Indonesia and India. But Malaysia, they're trying to come back and trying to win back the trust that they have kind of lost a little bit. And it should start this year actually. So you've seen a few of the Redmi devices coming early.
Yeah, we've seen a bit more activity from them.
And I don't know, the Mi 6 is again I kind of used the camera for a while. It's actually pretty decent. The dual camera system is pretty good. Software is still a problem, but it is actually really good in normal daylight, like normal lighting.
Yeah, but I can say the same thing about many.
You can say that about
So
every
this is the
camera.
problem, right? Because like I've been using the 7-inch for about a year now, so
Yes.
like kind of spoiled by the autofocus speed. So anytime I kind of have like a camera, the smartphone camera that takes a while to focus, right? I get put off very quickly. So that was the thing with the P10. If I'm
Okay,
wrong.
this is what we're going to do. We're going to take away your Samsung and we're going to bring you back down to earth.
Anyway,
yeah.
this Mi 6, the camera in broad daylight is really good. It locks focus almost. There's still a little bit of like lag, but it's really fast.
Okay.
Very fast. At night is where it struggles. Portrait mode is quite decent as well because of the same setup.
It's an iPhone 7.
But otherwise, I would say it's a pretty solid phone for the price. That's the problem that I have with this phone because it is something that people are expecting, but for me, I may have placed a little bit more. I was probably expecting a little bit more because of what happened with the Mi Mix. So I thought should be something more, and this bezel thing and all that. So we've seen the Galaxy S8, and
Yeah, that's the
maybe the expectations are a bit higher, mine.
Yeah.
But for the price,
for the
we've
price.
said this so many times
yes.
with Xiaomi phones. For the price,
Yes.
it's fantastic.
But that's the thing. Like, is that enough still in 2017?
Well, as far as sales have shown, yes. Because
we-
remember, Pang said earlier, we are price sensitive.
yeah.
If you give us a good, decent phone for a decent price, there's
Yeah.
not much to complain about.
Correct, and I think that's what I think most of the fans are looking for in the first place.
Okay,
It's a
cool.
pretty nice phone.
So I think
Better than
that's...
the Mi 5, that's for sure.
Sure.
Come on.
Whoa.
So I guess that's it for us this week.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we will be back next week with more stories and probably let Pang get some sleep for a change.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys.
Nah, give your phone.
I mean, thanks for
Okay.
listening. I am out of it today.
That could be a precursor to something else.
What?
Never
Bye.
mind. Bye.